It is very saddening to know that only 40% of the mother exclusively breastfeed in the whole world. There are numerous causes for it. I know I would get upset the moment I see a lactogen bottle in the room. I'm like, why is this here? And I remember sometimes I've told the nurses, this bottle will never enter the room again as long as I'm working here, because I will make sure this mother feeds the baby normally breastfeeding, because that is what a child requires, not lactogen.
It's breastfeeding week, and as we all know, breastfeeding is really important for newborns. The WHO says that for the first 2 years, moms should be breastfeeding, but at least 6 months is what I've been told.
Manipal Hospitals hosted an event dedicated to educate lactating and expectant mothers on the hospital grounds. The event was inaugurated by renowned Kannada actor Pranita Subhash, who recently became a mother. The inauguration was done in the presence of a few medical experts from Manipal Hospital, Yeshwantpur. The event was attended by close to 50 lactating and expectant mothers along with their close family members, to gather knowledge from experts on the importance of breastfeeding. The objective of the event was to spread awareness among young mothers and families about the importance of breast milk. The idea was not just to spread awareness about breastfeeding, but also the importance of creating a breastfeeding-friendly environment for young mothers. There are many young mothers who have doubts and face difficulty in producing breast milk and seek proper guidance to feed their infants. This event was a platform for all those mothers who required directions to create a better, healthy future for their children.
The WHO says that for the first 2 years, moms should be breastfeeding, but at least 6 months is what I've been told. But I know, this is something that I'm telling from my own story, and I see that a lot of friends around me, a lot of people who are my age and in this generation, they either give up breastfeeding very quickly because it's either painful or repetitive, and various silly reasons, or reasons like because they're career oriented, they need to fly out, or various reasons. But being the daughter of a gynecologist, I do realize how important breastfeeding is for the newborn as well as for the mother, because especially in the beginning, I don't think that you're able to talk to your children, or there's no connection because your baby doesn't really recognize you, and it doesn't really give you any special importance, because it's the same whether the nanny picks her up or whether it's my mom, my mother-in-law, it's all the same. So what is that special bond that you and your baby share? And I think breastfeeding is that one thing that really builds that bond between you and your baby in the initial days. And it's much more than just the nutrition that comes with the milk. It's all about that emotional bonding. It's about that warmth from you to the baby. And I think sometimes the days when I have to work, and the days when I get really emotional that I'm not able to breastfeed her on a certain day, or the days when the supply is not enough and we'll have to supplement it, and that just emotionally puts me off, because it makes me feel like, oh my God, am I losing that connection with the baby? So I think breastfeeding is a lot more than just the idea of passing on those nutrients. But nevertheless, I think that is also to be mentioned, because whether it's the vaccines that I took during my pregnancy, or whether it's various antibodies and to prevent infections and allergies in the baby, it's really important to breastfeed. I know that a lot of products do promote that, it's almost equal to breastfeeding. We have all the nutrients that the mother's milk has and things like that. But I think every mom out there, it's that one chance you get for those 6 months. If you can dedicate that for your baby, nothing like it. And I really wish that with this, we're able to promote and create awareness about breastfeeding. Thank you.
It is something that's very close to my heart. I know I would get upset the moment I see a lactogen bottle in the room. I'm like, why is this here? And I remember sometimes I've told the nurses, this bottle will never enter the room again as long as I'm working here, because I will make sure this mother feeds the baby normally breastfeeding, because that is what a child requires, not lactogen. Yes, there are exceptions to the rule where we couldn't breastfeed the child. For example, early COVID, we were very skeptical about giving the mother the baby so that baby should not get infection. Or occasionally where we have retrovirus patients, that is the mother has got HIV, we really don't want to breastfeed such children. Otherwise, forever we have been promoting breastfeeding, and I'm very proud to say that we are one of those breastfeeding hospitals, breastfeeding initiative hospitals in Bangalore. Now, it is very saddening to know that only 40% of the mother exclusively breastfeed in the whole world. There are numerous causes for it. and one of them could be because they're not trained properly how to look after a newborn, what to do, because there are so many inputs coming from so many different directions. The doctor, more importantly, the Google. I know we were discussing about it, the Google and relatives. So they are kind of torn apart in between all these people and they don't know whom to trust. So we take a lot of we have a lactation nurse, I have my physician assistant and other nurses. We adhere to the WHO laid ground rules. That is, we initiate breastfeed within 1 hour. We make sure that they exclusively breastfeed for the 6 months. Even if the child needs top feeds because the baby has got other issues, like the other day we had a child who was born and it's born really big and the low sugars, yeah, well, I can't say that just exclusively breastfeed that child because the child needs something more.